Welcome back. It's time for our weekly edition of TNT Say What? Well, today we're talking about some celebrity gossip that actually highlights a bigger issue. Many of you probably heard rapper Megan Thee Stallion was shot in both her feet in early July, reportedly by Canadian rapper Tory Lanez. Now, shortly after the news broke, people online started cracking jokes, making memes, or ignoring the attack altogether. And the reason why this stood out to me was because I definitely felt, and I'm not alone here, that this was a prime example of misogynoir. Misogynoir is the intersection of being black, so race, and being a woman, your gender, combining together in a special type of racism/sexism that is very unique to black women. I thought it was outrageous that jokes were being launched about this 20-something-year-old young woman who was shot in both feet. And I just thought it highlighted a bigger issue of the idea that black women are never protected in the media, by police, by other celebrities. We had celebrities like Chrissy Teigen, 50 Cent, Cameron, all busting jokes at Megan's expense. And I think that if the celebrity had been Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande, I don't think we'd be seeing the amount of jokes we saw with Megan. And so this is what I wanted to talk about today with you. Tracy, what's your take on this?
It's so sad because I just feel that as black women, we aren't protected. I don't think we're very protected by the media. We're not very protected by any other groups, and we're not even protected sometimes, and it hurts a lot, by our own people, particularly our men sometimes, because it becomes, whether people are making fun of our looks, weaves and hairs and our hairstyles, whether they're making fun of our traits, and then sometimes it's our pain. You know, so I just felt, I felt the same way as you when I saw it. I was like, I didn't think it was very funny, and people like 50 Cent and were putting memes up and laughing about it, which was pretty shocking, because not shocking so much that he made fun of her, because he tends to make fun of black women, he tends to do stuff like that, but the fact that he has been shot, he knows how traumatic that is. Like, that's a traumatic thing to have somebody even point a gun at you, never mind actually shoot it, and then somebody that you know and somebody that you thought cared about you, like, that's a very traumatic thing to happen. So I didn't understand why people were pretending to not know if she was really hurt or not. That's why they were laughing and making jokes. I just think it's a bigger conversation about people like to, if you go on TikTok and Instagram and sites like this, we are constantly mocked. We are constantly laughed at. Our pain is constantly laughed at. And we're just disregarded as not important, and we don't matter. And even look at Breonna Taylor. That is a perfect example of, where is the outrage? Where are the arrests? And I don't feel like our community sometimes, particularly black men, are even loud about it the way they are loud about black men.
And what was really sad, T, is that Megan had to put out a tweet herself on July 17th saying, "Black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized." And then even after that, a few of the folks that were making fun sort of pulled back. But it wasn't until she had a full-fledged breakdown on July 27th on Instagram Live that people actually backtracked and said, "Ooh, this is bad. She's really hurting. Why do we have to have a public breakdown before we get sympathy?" And I am particularly outraged by folks within our community not supporting black women. We are at the forefront of so many movements. I mean, we did a whole 5th episode for Cityline Real Live on Race just on the fact that black women, black trans people, black gay people are often left out of the conversation and left out of all of the solutions and left out of the movement, when we are often the ones that are at the forefront of these movements. So how is it that our voices keep getting left behind? And it's just, as soon as I saw this about Megan, I thought, here we go again. Breonna Taylor, it is unconscionable. She was asleep in her bed, and the people that shot her are still out there. It is, to me, mind-blowing how much society does not care about our pain.
People think that you're so tough and you're so strong, and that is a trait that is attached to Black women, that we are tough, we are strong. So people think we can take jokes and we can take no protection. We can just handle all of that. We hurt too. We have feelings too. It'd be nice for people to protect us too and have our backs. I feel I go through that all the time. People just think you're strong, but it doesn't mean that. Sometimes I would like somebody to speak up for me as well. So I think this is a much bigger issue than just like Meg Thee Stallion, but I felt bad. And even the people who came to her defense after her video, of course, were Rihanna, Lizzo. These are women, Black women. So it's sad.
Yeah, because we get it. And yes, you have walked through all of that fire, T. I've seen it. I've been there for it. I've walked through some fire myself. And so we have to support each other. That's who we got right now.